Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about the topic of animated plots. This is very interesting, I think, very useful too. You can plot almost any kind of data in an animated fashion, so you can interact with it. You can put the mouse over it, zoom in, zoom out, and get all kinds of details about the data. Let me go ahead and run this so you can see how it works. I'm going to save this file and post it online when I post a video. So you're going to have this in HTML format. Double click the file, open it, and you're going to get exactly the view that I see right here, and you can copy and paste the code and run this for yourself and see how it works. So this is a map of the United States. We can see this is actually murders per 100,000 people, so crime-related data. If we go over here in Maine, we can see murders per 100,000, 1.65, so pretty low. This is Washington, 2.13, Oregon, 2.4. But if we get down to these red states, the numbers are quite a bit higher. So 12 per 100,000, 11, 13.17 in South Carolina. So things are heating up over there. And then 12 in Virginia. Hawaii is what? Two murders per 100,000 people, so pretty low. So it's interesting to see how the colors correspond to the frequency of murders in each state. And again, I love how you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can see all the details here. Mouse over it, you have the details per state, and also you have details of time and changing color patterns over time, because this is a time series, right? Like the data starts in 1960, the end is 2014. After 2014, no more data was collected. So anything that's time series, certainly weather patterns, retail sales, stock prices, anything that's airline flight arrival and departure data, anything that occurs over time can be plotted in this kind of animated fashion. So this is pretty cool, pretty interesting to see. That tells a very cool and useful story quickly and easily to the audience. People can figure out what's going on through the visual that we're presenting here. So this is life expectancy by country. Again, over time, this is another time series analysis. Starts in 1952, ends in 2007. If you go over here, you can see the life expectancy on average is 78 in the United States. Canada is 80, so a little bit more. Some of these countries, Africa, it's actually pretty low, 42, so almost half of Canada. This is 44. What is this over here? Afghanistan, 43. So it's pretty cool how you can zoom into these countries. You can see the country's borders. You can see all the details. This is what, Greece, 79, so on the higher end. And all these colors correspond to what we see in the what is this called? The color chart over here. So yellow is higher, right? Dark purple or dark blue, whatever this is lower, and that corresponds to all these countries. And again, since it's time series, we can click the button and see how things change over time. And this is pretty interesting. In almost all of these countries, you can see how life expectancy is increasing over time from 1952 to 2007. My guess is improved healthcare, improved access to healthcare, improved medical technology, and just technology in general is getting better and better. So people tend to live longer and longer. So that is shown pretty obviously and pretty easily through these charts. Again, using the same data that we have above, 1952 to 2007, we can see based on the continent, the average life expectancy, based on the country, and the size of the bubble indicates the size of the population. So for the smaller bubbles, the population is quite a bit smaller. And if with bigger population, like China, obviously is the largest country. India, this data is a little bit old. I think India is actually has a larger population than China as of this year, or maybe last year they crossed over. So the data's a little bit old, but you can see pretty much United States. This is pretty accurate. And again, because it's time series, you can click the button here, the play button, and you can see how these things are changing over time. So the life expectancy generally is increasing, right? Here is prescribing rates from doctors across what is this, by year and by provider county. Oh, these are counties in New York. So this data set, I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. When I post this video, you'll have access to all the data. You can copy and paste it and run it for yourself in your Jupyter notebook. If I scroll down here, we can print this. Hit the play button. printing anything. And you can see these are counties around New York State, and you can see how everything is changing as you click the play button here. So pretty cool stuff. One more example over here is Apple data. So this is coming from an online source in a GitHub repository. This is CSV data, so everything is comma separated values. That's what CSV stands for, CSV. And when we run this data, we will see, I hit Control Enter to run the cell, or you can run it by hitting this little triangle play button over here. We can see the time series Apple data, and we can zoom into different periods here, year to date, 1 year, all the data. And it's kind of cool too. You have the slider controller down here, so you can move it around. If you want to zoom into different periods of time, maybe we can go into 2016, so 2015, 2016, or just expand it to expose everything, right? One last thing, I think this is the last example here. I'm going to refresh the data, Control Enter to run it. This is energy consumption data. Control Enter to run it. This is going to create the plotly.express chart that we saw just above. Same kind of thing that we saw for Apple. Now we're looking at energy consumption. And again, you have these slider controls. So pretty cool how you can zoom in. I see all the finer details. This is, again, time series data, a change over time. And just a very useful way to interact with the data, to zoom in, zoom out. If you just wanted to look at one little section of that, you could do that too. Right, double click to reset it. So I really like these plotly charts. You can do very cool, interesting, useful things quickly and easily, and broadcast a message to your audience. I think they're going to appreciate it, and really you're going to really dazzle people with an interesting, compelling story that you just can't see if you just look at the raw data over here. Okay, that's kind of meaningless to me. This is not super helpful, but when you plot these in these dynamic charts, it really comes to life. It really sparkles and really impresses people. So I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for your time. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.